Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. Labour Party crisis is escalating a great deal, and it seems as though they are washing their dirty linen outside, though some of the allegations seems unprovable. The latest is that Arambabi is on rampage, and this time around, he is putting some very strong allegation on Peter Obi, dragging in Aisha Yusufu, and shockingly, the Afenifere has been dragged into it. And this is quite shocking because I don't know how Afenifere found himself in this kind of big mess. But however, we're going to give you full detail because EFCC have been called upon to carry out some investigation. First of all, let's look at full details of the news. According to the news, the National Working Committee of the Labour Party has urged the National Security Advisor and Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) to probe Aisha Yusufu, Pastor Itua Ahodalo, the party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi, and leaders of Afenifere over alleged misappropriation of funds from the 2023 presidential campaign. The party's National Publicity Secretary Abayomi Arambabi made the call at a press conference in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. He expressed concern over the recent comments by Yusufu, who defended herself against accusations of being involved in the alleged diversion of the 2023 campaign funds. The LP has alleged that Yusufu, along with Pastor Ihodalo and other accomplices, mismanaged and diverted over 12 billion naira and $15 million donations intended for the Labour Party's campaign. Reacting, Yusufu, in a viral video on Tuesday, challenged Abure to tell Nigerians what he did with the proceeds of the Labour Party 1,000 naira challenge campaign donation he had been raising since 2022. According to her, what she says, that statement Abure made was a big fat lie. He thinks it was like those days when they used to do their labor unionism when nobody had the internet or cable records. Those days, they got away with everything. When it comes to certain things, I am very detailed and process-driven person. There were times when the fundraising team was frustrated with me because of my insistence on due process. Before Mr. Peter Obi came out with his campaign account, the Labour Party had theirs. I have with me here a Labour Party 1,000 naira challenge post that was tweeted on the 24th of November 2022. It said, take ownership of the Labour Party campaign by donating a minimum of 1,000 naira to Labour Party's Zenith Bank account. When that account was openly opened by Abure, I was very angry. I remembered some people harmlessly saying it was no big deal since it was for the same Labour Party campaign, but I insisted that it is not the same thing because we don't have access to any money that went into the Labour Party's account and therefore can't use it to facilitate the electioneering campaign. So for Julius Abure to come out in 2024 to blatantly lie that they were not involved in any campaign, saying it was only Aisha Yusufu and Pastor Idaholo, is unbelievable. By the way, there are 3 signatories, not 2, as he said. Up till now, the Labour Party has not accounted for the money they publicly donated to themselves, nor have they accounted for the monies used to procure funds. Arambabi debunked Yusufu's denial as an attempt to cover up the alleged financial misconduct, berating her statement as an insult to the party's leadership. He also accused Yusufu and her associate of acting under the direction of Obi, whom he described as a political merchant to defraud the party. Arambabi further implicated Afenifere leader including Pa Ayo Adebanjo, Akin Osotukun, and Shola Ibiseyi, accusing them of retaining over 600 million naira in private accounts linked to Afenifere. According to him, they were hired by Obi to commit fraud and divert funds from the Labour Party presidential campaign. I quote his word. He said the trio of Ayo Adebanjo, Akin Osotukun, and Shola Ibiseyi were involved in financial infractions totaling over 600 million naira, which they have kept in private accounts and Afenifere's account. Peter Obi hired Aisha Yusufu, Pastor Igodalo, and these faction of Afenifere to commit looting, criminal criminal conspiracy and diversion of funds from the Labour Party's presidential campaign while presenting themselves as elder statesmen. Meanwhile, the national coordinator of the BDN movement, Dr. Yenusa Tango, described the allegation as baseless and false. According to his word, he says the allegations are unfounded, and I was present when Aisha Yusufu presented the audited accounts of the presidential campaign fund, and the truth is that no money is missing from the Labour Party's account. Those were the words of Tanko trying to defend the person of Aisha Yusufu. EFCC has been dragged into it. The National Security Agency has also been dragged into it. We don't know what will happen in the nearest future, but somehow some believe that it is a huge joke. Aisha Yusufu has decided to respond to what Arambabi has said, and he says Arambabi said their monies were siphoned. Will Labour Party get money? Abi, is it their poverty that was siphoned? That was the little response she had to give to it. All right, my colleague is in the house and we want to talk about it, because I tell you the truth, this is going overboard, and I must say this is quite unbelievable. A lot of people have talked about it, but then what's your position in rest?
You know, it's very funny when you tell a husbandman that your wife is cooking for you. You begin to ask, is it not my wife? Is it your wife? I didn't even call it our wife. It is my wife. Now, they themselves, even the likes of Abure, did confess and confirm that actually Peter Obi and them, they are the one that brought a fund. They brought the funds themselves. But out of that he was not so sure of, he said to bring in the likes of Aisha Yusufu as signatory to a particular account. He mentioned the account details and the likes. Now, if for any reason the elections are over, the campaigns are over, the funds, whatever will be that the campaign funds are over, and Aisha Yusufu decides to give account to her principal, I don't see any reason why it should be a cause for concern.
Yeah.
I also do not see any reason why EFCC should be called it. If Peter Obi did not find problems and fault with the accounts that Aisha Yusufu must have given to him, because if there was an issue by now, Aisha Yusufu and Peter Obi would have gone their separate ways. They were together in the last campaign in Edo State, where Peter Obi and Aisha Yusufu together campaigned for Akpata. I do not understand why it is actually Arambabi and the rest that are crying, even above and beyond even the bereaved. They are crying and making it look as if Peter Obi here does not have eyes. They shouldn't forget that Peter Obi is an economist. Whatever it is, maybe like somebody will say that it's like they are paying that they did not have full access to that account, so his thing is paying them. Whatever
the shocking aspect here, that Arambabi is saying that Peter Obi actually hired Yusufu
to siphon his own money.
You
know, it doesn't add up. How can I siphon somebody? I'm the one cooking the food in the kitchen, and I'm the one stealing the food.
Of the food.
I am the owner of the food, and I'm now accused of stealing the food. It doesn't make any sense. If Peter Obi says, okay, these are the people he wants to have access, actually he doesn't trust you people. That's why he hired those people. And they have finished the accounting, and they have remitted or whatever it is, or they have whatever the case is, they are cool. Because if they were not, they would have been ranting by now.
All right, that's where we'd like to leave it. What's your standpoint on these fresh allegations against Aisha Yusufu, Peter Obi, Afenifere? I mean, I don't know how they rub in Afenifere, but however, what do you think? Let's interact in our comment section. Thank you very much.